Hey everybody, welcome back. We had a great day. We lost that Isaac's Awakening challenge last time. And then wouldn't you know it, my apologies, I went out on stream and just beat that and Seeing Double. Which I'll try to make sure that I name similar. You know what, can I just go, what did I put it on YouTube? I think that Isaac's Awakening is going to be called Trust Me, I Got This. And then Seeing Double is going to be called I Will Not Resort to Resin. How does that sound? There you go. But we're on Hot Potato, which is one of the more notorious challenges. I don't really know what it is, except I know that there's... Okay, well, now I get it. It's, You're Tainted Forgotten. I'm sure that if that thing explodes while you're holding it, you take damage. I'm not giving this one up already, by the way. There's a tinted rock back there. I'm kind of surprised with our incredible range, I guess. That's kind of where I'm at. This one goes to Satan. It's kind of like a little further than I would have expected. I love a challenge like this. Like, it's a weird one. It's already quite annoying. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if it's because of the enemies that we got on this room, but it's a pretty omega annoying challenge so far. But you know what? We'll see what we can do here. It's just I'm stunned at how far we're throwing this son of a gun. You know what I mean? Like if we threw it, if Tainted Forgotten was like a little heavier, we wouldn't have to worry about it, but we're throwing it so dang far. So I'm hoping that you can do... Oh, come on. There we go. I guess that's one thing we could do. We could just try to... Oh my god, dude. We could just try to throw it so it explodes at like the exact time that it's about to hit the enemies. Apart from that, it's a little much. There we go. We're free. We got a telepills. Please don't teleport right next to me and then hurt me. Do we have item rooms? That's a question, I suppose. Now, I gotta break the habit of something, okay? We don't have to... Oh my. We don't have to be holding the bomb when we go to the next room, which I think is very important for us to avoid whenever possible. I love a weird challenge. This one's kinda is on the high end of weirdness for sure. Also, maybe it's just me, but I kind of feel like I'm fighting the most elusive enemies in Repentance history. Like, this is more of the dream, right? Look at this. That's the ticket, man. Okay. I didn't think you'd be able to move it like that. A range upgrade, not exactly what I was hoping for. I think if we're gonna make this run work, I mean, I got a lot of questions already, okay? One question is exactly what just happened right there. I was gonna ask, like, you think it's possible we could get enough secret room access? That's a Verp Telepills? Let's just see. I mean, I wouldn't turn up my nose at an error room. If we can get enough secret rooms, maybe we have a chance at just keeping our HP high enough to do something here. Dude, the range that we're throwing this is actually like, I'm trying not to go off, okay? I don't want to get a reputation as the bad boy of Isaac. What is this floor layout, man? I'm trying not to get a reputation as, you know, Mr. Complaino. Captain Complaino shows no mercy. But if it weren't for the fact that we throw this thing so dang far, it wouldn't be nearly so bad. I recognize, by the way, that I'm moving in, like, the same direction when I throw it, but even standing still, like you saw right there, it carries quite a punch. And, well, this is not my idea of a great room. But, look at that, the enemies are dead. Where did that pill come from? Did you just... Did you manifest that. I don't even really know what manifesting means. I just know it's something when you want something and you believe in it, and then it comes true. That's considered a manifestation. Like, it really reminds me of like one of my favorite YouTube videos. Have you ever had a dream that you want, you had, you want it, you want it, you had, you want it to do you so bad you could do anything? I think that's the internet definition of manifesting. I'm gonna try to get to Keeper's Elbow. I have no idea why. Because now that I think about it, we have no, I don't think our damage is necessarily the thing holding us back on this run, but I don't know, maybe. Maybe it is. 8 cents? 9 cents? Okay, we're closing in on it. Apparently we did leave a golden key back there, but so be it. For all the complaining I'm doing, which is incessant and very, very whiny, for sure, I do have to say for certain, without a doubt, I like a challenge that's this dumb. I know that sounds maybe a little rude, but this is like, at the very least, its difficulty is not because, and I'm gonna carry this cross to bear for a while. You ought to know. At least we're not picking up items that only benefit half of the rooms that we go to, and then the other half of the rooms we kind of flip out of control and have no ability to, well, have a very limited ability to control when and where we flip. Are you talking about Tainted Lazarus? Yeah, I'm talking about Tainted Lazarus. You got a problem? Thank God we got Bookworm. Now, maybe half the time it's gonna explode twice. Cool. I'm kind of tempted, by the way, to take Book of... Most of the time here, I think we would take Book of Shadows. Or Book of Secrets, sorry. Hanged Man, such a good card for us right now. Just one at a time. You're gonna get him. Yoink, yoink. There we go. But I think this time I'm actually a real believer in the concept of the Necronomicon, so that we only have to fight, you know, 1 in 3 rooms instead of 1 in 4. Or come on, my brain is struggling this morning. It's got, you know, maybe one less LaCroix last night. Went a little heavy on the LaCroix. Sparkling water, apricot flavor got me feeling a little faded. It's a joke. It's just early. Oh, you put the bomb over there, of course. Grab this. Grab this. Send that right on over. Thank you. A health upgrade. You love to see it. Something's wrong. Not that big of a deal. What I was gonna say is once every, like, 4 rooms we get to skip. Which is actually potentially pretty good. I think, at least. I don't know if there's a cheesy way out of this one, by the way. There genuinely might be. But I can't say for certain. Beautiful. Like, I don't know if we could just get Mom's Knife or something like that. I'm assuming it would apply to the top end of Tainted Forgotten, also known as the unit's head, instead of its dorsal area. We're just gonna ignore that and move on. I don't really mind that we didn't get a deal with, or we're not gonna have a 100% guaranteed deal with the Angel Chance. It seems a little bit secondary to me. That's how twisted up this run has got me. You will never again in your life see a situation where I use Necronomicon to kill 2 spiders, but they're like some of the most deleterious enemies we could possibly face right now. I mean, we could just go in, I guess. We don't have to throw in. Okay, cool. At least we don't have to fight the spiders again. I do also have to acknowledge, you know, for all the complaining, you gotta acknowledge when things are going well for you. Wow, I didn't expect that to make it. And in spite of what just happened right there, We really have had like an unbelievably strong start to this run from the perspective of getting a bunch of spirit hearts. Like, really? Like, we could easily be in a much, much worse position. Bro. This one, it really goes to Satan, huh? Like, that's just... or is it Mega Satan, now that I think about it? No, if it was... Well, I don't know. I mean, that could be Mega Satan for all I know. You know what I think the way out of this run is? And it's not... To call this a way out is a bit of a misnomer. But I bet if you get, like, the kinds of bomb synergies that can really stack up, like, for example, like Mr. Mega right now, immediately I'm like, that would hit the spot. Part of the problem is all these elusive enemies, we're at full HP, what a world. You know what? Grab this because we have PhD. That's another speed upgrade. Experimental pill is just range up because of PhD. Not just range up, but it carries no negative, I should say. You got a little pill down there, right? Yeah. Something's wrong. This pill is annoying me. It should not exist. Or is that the one we brought in? That's the one we brought in! Okay. But yeah, bomb synergies. I don't know, maybe like if we... Now I'm starting to... I'm working backwards. Is it possible that we could just play a bomb beggar, get bomb synergies, and then like ball out of control? I mean, we do only have 4 bombs right now, and we haven't seen a bomb beggar. I'm very hesitant to endorse any kind of rhetoric in this game that is just do blank forehead. Tainted Cain is kind of like the only exception, as much as I hate to admit it, because, you know, I have a divisive opinion on that character, I suppose. With Tainted Cain, you can William Knight things, you can manifest, no doubt about it. There's no such thing as a coincidence. The fact that you have this permutation of 8 items in your bag of holding means we are energetically aligned. Any other character, when people are like, yeah, it's so simple, all you have to do is, you know, find one of like 4 specific items in a game with 700 items and a very limited number of opportunities to fix the pool. I'm like, oh, is that all? Let's just win the lottery. It's very simple. You wanna be wealthy? Oh, it's easy, man. Just win the lottery. All you gotta do is win the lottery one time. What, like it's hard? Reese Witherspoon? Okay, matchbook. I'm now obsessed with this bomb beggar strategy, so I'm like, this is how you're gonna do it, man. This is how we're gonna do it. We went to the deal with the devil already. Send me in, man. Oh, okay. Now, I gotta be honest, you kind of got me believing there really isn't such a thing as a coincidence. After we talk about getting some bomb synergies, okay. And then would you look at that? We got some bomb synergies. Let's make this a little simpler. Why would you do this? Dude, we crushed? What are you doing? You know what? We'll just call that a test. We were testing to see whether or not you actually do take damage from the bomb. I had a feeling we would, considering the challenge is called Hot Potato, which is like, I don't know, it's one of those games I think you played back at like the turn of the 20th century. Where you would just heat up a potato over like an open flame and then play catch with it before your hands burned. You gotta keep in mind, you know, back then, that was like their Fortnite. They didn't have access to the same kind of, you know, technology that we do to this day. So, you know, they couldn't chug jug with you or, you know, just take out Tomato Town or something like that. There's a lot of like hot potato, ball and cup, the one where you... I don't even know how this one works. So there's like a hoop and a stick, and you kind of like roll the hoop along the ground with and keep hitting it with the stick. Don't give him the stick. Long story short, like honestly, Victorian era kids, not top tier gamers. Can you, dude? That would be a great sketch though. Like for sketch comedy, not for art, because obviously I know nothing about that. Imagine if esports existed back in like the Victorian era. Like imagine if ESPN existed with modern production values, but instead of you know, like video games or the NFL or whatever, it was like, you know, the Shoreditch Ball and Hoop Championship. We got TSM Ball Cupper. Okay, we might want to work on the name. What's your strategy for ball and cup? Yeah, you know, I like to send the ball up. I try to catch it in the cup. I don't know, I'm just built different. Look, we've established my brain's not firing on all cylinders right now. The concept is good. The actual dialogue we might have to work on just a touch. But the note to self: put that in your banter notebook for today. When we play Fall Guys with Justin, bring it up. Wouldn't it? Note to self: wouldn't it be funny if ESPN covered the hoop and stick game? I also think, like, and be honest with me, okay? If this never happened, then I want to know, because I don't want to labor under this delusion any longer. Was there ever a Tour de France where they still use those bicycles with the huge front wheel and the tiny back wheel? I gotta know. Because I have never really found myself... By the way, maybe my brain is working at full capacity based on the fact that we're bantering while playing Hot Potato. Also, maybe full capacity for my brain is not that special when you consider that, like, Hot Potato doesn't bother me that much, but I don't want Hollow Heart, please. Thanks, I really appreciate it. Just get out of here. When I consider that this is fun and Tainted Lazarus is terrible, the thing that gets me about Tainted Lazarus is it's not an apples-to-apples comparison of, like, what takes the longest to beat because it's most difficult. The thing about Tainted Lazarus is that, you know, it's just, hey, for fun, we made all of your items like half as good as they used to be. That's what it comes down to for me. So I'm not suggesting that Tainted Laz is necessarily like the hardest. I think maybe the hardest might be like, I'm stupid, like Tainted Jacob or something. But it didn't feel that difficult because it was also a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't, you know, hold on. You tried to throw him away. Why can't I quit you? I wanted, I want to get everything. Like, I feel like Bogo Bombs would still be pretty slick here. If we can get it. And we can. I'm getting kind of good at this. Like, if they ever, on Victorian ESPN, if they ever do a, Hot Potato Isaac challenge, like I'm optimistic about my own chances there. Right? Okay, perfect comedic timing. This room's gonna be annoying. Or not, maybe we'll just do it properly. But yeah, did they ever do a Tour de France with the big wheel on the front and the small wheel on the back? Because, like, I'm not really that into, like, I've cycled and I've gotten, I wouldn't say semi-serious. The level of my cycling acumen when I get really into it is I race people, but they don't know. They don't know that we're in a race. They're under the perception, maybe they're just enjoying like a nice ride in the public, and me, on the other hand, I'm like, you know, pedaling as fast as I can, like sweat beading on my brow. I'm like, I'm gonna catch them. And I get mad too. I'm like, you think you're gonna stay ahead of me? And they're like talking on their cell phone and stuff. Like, they're just like, what do you want for dinner, honey? It's a bad habit, but at the same time, I find that it's some of the easiest ways to beat someone in a race of speed is for them to not know that they're competing. That's an old schoolyard classic. You know, where you're like, you shout something like, Last one to the wall is rotten egg, and then you're already like running away as you say it. That's the ticket, man. So I'm not that into cycling, but I would definitely watch it if they had the big front wheel and the small back wheel. I don't know if they still make them. Surely in this day and age, I bet there was a dip in the frequency of those being made. I always get it confused too, because aren't they called like velocipedes or something like that? But then I always think that that's a dinosaur. What is the card? The tower. Ironic. You know, we do some contact damage with the familiar here. Maybe that's how you do it. Maybe that's the secret. There's just some rooms that it doesn't work very well with here. I will say though, I would definitely like... Sports are fun to watch. I don't really have... I'm pretty sport agnostic in the sense, like, I don't really think that there's... I enjoy watching hockey. I have an understanding of hockey, and I have like a ranked hierarchy of sports that I would rather watch versus ones that I wouldn't. But I would definitely turn on the sports network more when the Canucks were not playing. Excuse me? Excuse me! Let me out. If they started playing like weirder stuff, you know? I know that this is like straight out of Dodgeball. A true underdog story. But like a network like ESPN, the Ocho, that actually existed, I think it could do pretty well. Maybe it was a little early. Oh, no. Don't leave accidentally. Maybe it was just a little early in the movie Dodgeball, a true underdog story. That's a ghost pot. Don't get close to it. Just sleep in the bed real quick. You know, I don't really want to see necessarily water skiing squirrels and stuff like that. But I definitely would watch, like, Dodgeball. I mean, that's like a gimme. If they had a World Dodgeball Championship on TV, I'd be all about that, man. I mean, earlier this year, I watched, probably like 4 hours of the Westminster Abbey. Wait, no, that's two different things. The Westminster Dog Show. And I had a great time. Hey, and by the way, put some respect on Wasabi's name. Remember when I tweeted? Maybe not. You know, you'd have to have a pretty, you know, encyclopedic knowledge of my Twitter activity here. But I tweeted, like, look at this legend. They're named Wasabi, and they just won, like, the best non-show toy dog or whatever the category was. Non-sporting hounds. And then Wasabi, I'm just saying, went on to win the Christopher Guest Award, the best in show. Do it. I'm not saying I'm the greatest judge of, you know, dogs out there. You gotta pick this up, man. All I'm saying is I got like a 100% batting average right now on picking best in show winners. Who? Being a dog show judge is so funny. Like I really feel like I'm not trying to offend anybody to begin with who's like a maybe they're a fan of dog shows, but I do find myself to some situation being like, you can't possibly be like, how could you compare like a Lhasa Apso to a German Shepherd to this, to that? You know, I get you get a little feel for the undercarriage. You watch them walk around. You look at their teeth and stuff like that. But, you know, we're out here in the video game criticism space sometimes, and we're dealing with questions like, can you compare two games in different genres, or can you only compare games in genres? Like, what's better, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, or, you know, Slay the Spire? And people are like, largely, well, they're both like really good, but it's hard to compare them because they're not that similar. Dog show judges are just like, yeah, I don't know. The pug beats the Shih Tzu. Because their teeth look the most like a pug's are supposed to. They look more like a pug's teeth are supposed to look than the Shih Tzu's teeth look like the Shih Tzu's teeth are supposed to look like. I mean, that's again. I'm not trying to blow the whole, dog judging community wide open. That's why I'm so freaking confused, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So, by the way, we're gonna be, like, completely fine. At least, barring the unforeseen, feel like we're in a very good spot right now. The Bob's curse actually might have made this trivial, which is very nice. It's still, you gotta be on your A game. I'm kind of surprised that my brain is saw fit to crack, like, even a single joke here. Okay, two times on the same room is the sort of thing where you gotta be like, are you okay? Do you need me to call somebody? We should also, like, I mean, just blow our way out of all these rooms? What a bomb, man. What a bomb. Like, I don't see a good reason if we... Oh, come on. Okay, I remember, like, 30 seconds ago where I said we're, like, completely set, barring the unforeseeable? Well, the unforeseeable has not happened, but it might now. It's now, the unforeseeable has not happened, but it has become much more foreseeable. This would find the secret room, I think. Okay, fair enough. I gotta say, like, Power Pill and Chariot have been holding it frickin' down, man. Right? Really good damage there. Just, like a squeezy would really hit the spot. Something with a little bit of a Spirit Heart component. You guys have anything on the menu that hits with, like, a Spirit Heart component? I'm really into Yuzu lately. That's the truth, by the way. There's a big marketing campaign from a large Canadian grocery chain up here that's very, like, pro-Yuzu right now. If you've never had Yuzu, oh, man. That's a ticket right there. I recommend it. It's like a Japanese citrus fruit. It's kind of midway between like a lemon and an orange. So it's got a certain acidic tartness to it. But also the flavor, I'm not a good taster. I'll just say that right out of the gate. When people describe flavors, I'm like, you don't know that. How do you know that? I was going to call it a buttery citrus, which I think is just idiotic. I'm not a super taster, as I've said many times, and I continue to get bonked for it and sent to horny jail, despite not even being a horny offender. Maybe could have chosen a better phrasing there, but that's okay. Ooh, let me in. What was I saying a second ago? Oh yeah, I'm a sub-taster, is the way I look at it. I like very strong flavors. Never in my life, I think, have I ever described a food as delicate while also being like, I enjoy it. Most of the time, I'm like, that's delicate, which is my polite way of saying this food is almost tasteless. I'm a fool, man. I'm a fool. Okay, here we go. We took some damage here. This is not great. Why? Like, it was blinking. It was blinking. It's all fallen apart. Here, you just... Oh my god. There you go. Now just chill, man. You're in real chill status. I really should have just made that dodge. That one's super on me. An angel deal! I don't know if I'm saved. Purifying light. That seems helpful. I'm fishing for secret rooms, man. Or, for spirit hearts. I don't mind this. Partly because I also don't even know what the purifying light does. But assuming it does damage right there, it also seemed... Am I crazy? Or did that do some poison damage to you? It's so hard to get close to the angel's head, or to get close to my forgotten head. Dude, I'm dead. I died. Oh my god. Well, you couldn't have asked for better comedic timing. We really did throw it away on the last floor, but I had a great time regardless. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya.